10 signs you were born to be rich. Have you ever met someone that seemed to be destined to live a life of wealth and prosperity? Unless you were born into a wealthy family or have a huge inheritance with your name on it, then chances are you will have to work to become rich. But with that being said, there are definitely those who have the traits of the rich within them, and by knowing the signs you were destined to become wealthy, you can leverage them to expedite your money-making journey. So before we get into the 10 signs you were born to be rich, remember this very important quote. Being born poor is not your fault, but dying poor is. Now here are the 10 signs you were born to be rich. Sign number 1. You're naturally lucky. I can almost say with complete certainty that over the course of your life you have met people with the golden touch. Everything in their life turns to gold as if they possess a supernatural power. Any business venture they start becomes a success, but in the hands of someone else would be a complete failure. These same people get access to opportunities without even trying. For example, the random person they make conversation with at the coffee shop ends up connecting them with their dream job or investing in their new startup. Somehow, these lucky people are always at the right place at the right time. Does this sound like you? If you are not this person, there is no need to feel bad. Everything in life can be tweaked. What do I mean by this, you might ask? Well, most successful people create their own luck by expecting to be lucky. They put themselves in situations where luck is bound to find them. You see, the truth is that while luck appears to be an uncontrollable element in life, the reality is that you create your own luck through hard work and preparation. Think of the example of your lucky friend who meets his ideal business contact at a coffee shop. Maybe he knew that this coffee shop was where many savvy business leaders gathered, and by putting in years of work into his startup, made it into an investment worth taking on for some willing investors. In short, lucky individuals prepare for success, and when the day finally comes that they meet the opportunity they were waiting for, they are ready to seize it. Sign number 2. You don't believe in quitting. You know what it feels like to fail, right? You know how tempting it can be to give up the challenging task you are struggling with to pursue the next best thing. Many motivational speakers preach to their audiences that you shouldn't give up and that you should stick with the journey at hand. And all while most of this advice seems superfluous, these speakers are right. People who see their tasks through until the end are the real winners in life because persevering is one of the most difficult things to do on earth. Let me try to paint a picture for you. Imagine having an idea about an app. Let's say you're in your second year of college. You have heard stories of big entrepreneurs who have dropped out of school to focus on their big ideas, and you follow suit and drop out as well, to focus all of your attention on building an app that will change the world. When you tell your parents about leaving school, they threaten to cut you off and disown you, but because building a successful app is your dream, you go on with it, not minding what will happen. They eventually cut you off, but you don't care. You start out with your friend, working day and night to make this app a possibility. After 6 months, you roll out the app to investors, and nobody is interested in your idea. Now you're a bit frustrated. You work and work, trying to pitch your idea to more and more people so you can get funding. Still, nobody wants to be a part of it. Finally, your partner quits and goes back to school to further his studies. You are left alone with no money, no business partner, and no parental support. You are left with a very tough decision. Do you quit the pursuit of your dream and go back to school, or keep trying until it works out? This is not an easy situation to be in, because everybody you ask will tell you to just go back to school like your friend. But this is the moment where winners are made. A week, a month, or 5 years later, you could get that lucky break and suddenly be the founder of a major mobile application like Instagram or Twitter. Sign number 3. You have vision. You can gauge someone's potential for success by understanding their vision. The bigger the vision, the bigger the goals, and when those goals are financial goals, it means becoming richer than you ever expected. Sadly, many people put aside dreaming big because of fear. Fear that their dream is too big or that they don't have what it takes to become what they dreamed of becoming. The funny thing about life is that the people who have the courage to dream big are usually the ones who achieve the most success. Look at Henry Ford, for example. Henry Ford was a visionary of his time and was famously quoted as saying, "If I had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses." Ford had a bigger vision for transportation than most, which allowed him to create the first line of motor vehicles that was easily accessible to the then middle-class citizen. It all started with a dream. Without thinking of it, he wouldn't have created Ford Motors. If you do not have vision or truly believe that it is possible to achieve the goals you've set for yourself, then you will never be rich. People that become wealthy use their vision to dictate their actions, and by executing these actions every single day, they are able to see that vision come to life in all the rewards that it provides them. Sign number 4. You have a high risk tolerance. I'm sure you've heard the saying, "No risk, no reward," and many of the world's greatest entrepreneurs took risks to achieve the success they desired. However, these were not careless risks, but risks that were calculated in nature. When it comes to business and investment, you have to take risks daily. Unfortunately, the fear of risks paralyzes many people and keeps them in the same financial position for their whole lives. These are the people who find the safest job possible and keep all of their money in a savings account, too timid to try to increase their income by starting a business or putting their money into the stock market. In fact, in most cases, avoiding risk is the riskiest move of all because nothing in life comes without risk. Relying on job security might mean that you don't improve your skills and end up being laid off when your skills become obsolete. Alternatively, leaving your money in a savings account that you think will keep your money safe ends up causing your money to erode over time due to inflation. In short, a surefire sign you were born to be rich is your ability to rationalize the risks you are taking and use these risks to achieve even better returns. Sign 5. You have a thirst for knowledge. When you are willing to learn new things, the levels of success you can achieve are infinite. You know how they say knowledge is power. The reason is because with the right information, you can make decisions that will direct your life in any direction you so choose, and this concept has proven to be true time and time again. Take the example of Elon Musk. After becoming an internet billionaire, he decided that he wanted to pursue his dream of revolutionizing the aerospace industry. With little knowledge or experience and just a thirst for understanding, he began studying textbook after textbook, and years later is now sending rockets into space. Even Warren Buffett, the Oracle of Omaha himself, used to read anywhere from 600 to 1,000 pages a day, after having already hit millionaire status, and today at a net worth of almost $90 billion, he still spends 80% of his day reading and strategizing. As these examples prove, everybody that has become somebody in today's world has done so because they leveraged their thirst for knowledge and used what they learned to get where they wanted to go. Sign number 6. You have sharp focus. In today's world, you need deep knowledge and expertise to become a success. To get water from a well, you don't have to dig wide, but instead dig deep. As is exemplified in the book The One Thing by Gary Keller, if you can have laser focus in one area, you will reap the benefits that activity has to offer. Sadly, many people lack this focus and are continually drawn to the new opportunities that exist all around them. In fact, this issue is so chronic that it's been coined shiny object syndrome, which is the tendency for somebody to chase something new, be it a new business idea, tool, or goal, rather than to stay focused on what they're doing. This problem is especially common in our information age, as using the internet as an example, there are many ways to make money online. Everything promises a particular amount of money daily, weekly, and monthly. However, when people don't immediately achieve the results they see other people realizing, they lose motivation and seek out a new opportunity that they hope will make them rich. The right thing to do is find something that you love to do and comes to you easily, then find a way to make money from it. Become an expert in that area by learning all you need to know and stick to it. Once you are able to find your purpose and stick to it, you will then become unstoppable. You understand the value of your network. The people you associate with have a huge influence on your outcome in life. In fact, when it comes to the types of people you will meet in life, there are two types. There are people you will share your ambitions with, and they will laugh in your face and tell you how unrealistic your goals are. And whether we want to admit it or not, remarks like these can deeply affect our self-esteem and make us question our worth. On the other hand, there are people who are interested in your growth and are eager and ready to hear your ideas. They support your goals with their knowledge and energy and can act as a morale boost whenever you need it. You would always be willing to run ideas by them, which would in turn lead to greater benefits to you. In short, positive associations play a major role in the level of success you achieve, and if you have been born with the innate understanding of the value of your network, then chances are you are going to become rich in the near future. Sign number 8. You can sell your thoughts and ideas. One of the most important skills in business is sales, and when this skill is honed, it can make you incredibly rich. For some, the ability to sell anything, whether it's a product, a service, an idea, or a movement, comes naturally. Unfortunately, the ability to convey the value of something is not second nature to everyone. Think of the developer who has created the most powerful mobile application in the world, yet can't sell the idea to a single investor, or the artist that is too scared to show their work to others because of a fear of being mocked or criticized. Even in a career setting, not speaking up when you have great ideas could be the difference between getting promoted or working your whole career in the same position. The reality is that those who can put out their content, thoughts, and ideas are the ones who create opportunities to get lucky, and more importantly, get rich. Sign number 9. You have an inclination to give. Give, and it shall be given unto you. That is one of the most powerful laws on earth. People who give out freely will definitely become rich. It's just how the world works. Think about this for a minute. How come people who save grow poorer, and people who spend their money on a cause always find a way to have more money to give out? It's simple. The law of karma favors their pocket. Do good, and you receive good. This law of karma works in the opposite way as well. The less you give, the less you have. While you can't give away everything you have, giving sensibly is important, as it allows you to support others' dreams and goals and remain grateful for the blessings you've received during your own quest for financial success. Sign number 10. You have a willingness to try new things. People that try new things are people who have vision. These people are regarded as crazy to the general public, but being different is not generally a bad thing. In fact, as Mark Twain famously said, whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it is time to pause and reflect. And when you try things that others aren't willing to, you often find that these actions lead to above-average results. Think about all the great innovators. They all had one thing in common. They were crazy enough to try new things away from the norm and tune out all the critics on their path to success. Think of the Wright brothers, who were willing to test the potential for flight, and through their efforts pioneered the aviation industry, which today allows millions of passengers to travel almost seamlessly. In summation, the previously mentioned signs are clear, and if you possess any of them, then you are on your way to financial success. Now all you have to do is put in the work.